get it out. Stop. We gotta restart.
God damn it.
That thought was so quick. I was not prepared. Okay.
You ready?
Yep. What's up, gamers? I'm Patrick with Archives Media, and this is Archives Podcast episode 47. This week, we're going to be talking about Blacklisting, the new Cyberpunk expansion, Easter eggs, and we have a very special announcement.
It's your main man, Mizzix, coming at you with another one.
And your boy Wenzel. So you're in for a special treat. I actually have 4 topics for once in my life.
Oh my god! Well, I think I only have 2, so you got one of mine. That's okay.
We'll say we planned this. You had an important meeting, and I just covered for you.
Yeah.
That's how we work over here for this.
Nobody's the wiser, except now they know. So we'll cut that part out.
Yeah.
The magic of editing.
Bold of you to assume our audience is that smart. Moving on.
Yeah.
So this is a big one for us modern day gamers. Should hackers or esports gaming professionals be given second chances if they get blacklisted?
I mean, I think so.
All right.
Professional athletes do.
This is true.
Yeah. So while I very, very much want to be of the opinion that, once a hacker, always a hacker, once a cheater, always a cheater, etc., I think that a lot of people make a lot of dumb decisions. Especially, think about it. When you're a kid, how many of us didn't use cheat codes on Grand Theft Auto to get all the guns or to get a tank or whatever, right? Obviously, it's not quite the same thing.
Yeah.
But, you're dumb when you're...
If you make a decision at 16, it shouldn't really...
Even 13, 12 or 13, if you decide that you want to go and download cheats for Counter-Strike or something, and, 10 years later, you still have a... Yeah, I don't know. I think that you are capable of changing.
All right,
Obviously, that's kind of a slippery slope because you can take advantage of that.
Now that I know your answers, here's the story.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, framing you up a little bit. Chandler Clutch Belk. Does any of you know who that is?
Is it the guy Mr. Beast?
No.
Okay, never mind.
That's another Chandler. So, Mr. Belk here faced a litany of backlash after they spelled that wrong. After an incident with New York Subliners Warzone star Swish. Don't know who that is either. In which his mods and apparently even his mother made personal attacks at her. Since then, Belk has not been invited to play in Activision-sanctioned Warzone tournaments, and he has been blacklisted entirely from Activision publishings. Do you think he should be given a second chance for sending his mods and his mother after this other streamer?
I mean, maybe at some point, but...
Looking at this, though, this is a recent thing.
Yeah.
I think, right? And this isn't him cheating. This is just, I don't know. I understand that, you, like we both said, sometimes you are capable of making... Or, you make a stupid decision, but also you have to be prepared to deal with the consequences for that stupid decision.
Yeah, look at Tyler 1.
Let's say that I go into work and I'm having a really bad day, and I call my I call my boss every name in the book. I call blah blah blah. You're blah. You're this and that. For the record, by the way, this is not true. I love my bosses; they're both great. But let's just you say all kinds of nasty things. I'm gonna get fired, right?
Yeah.
And I could call them all I want the next week and say, "Oh, I'm really sorry. Can I please have my job back?" But there's absolutely no obligation for them to even have a conversation with me, right? That's just not even a thing that can even be remotely expected.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the fact that this guy is out here, I don't know what was said, but
more
Oh,
backstory on it is
apparently it was sexism accusations. Excuse me. I thought that said sexual. I'm reading an article here.
the articles are wild. Each one has like a new piece of information, and I love it.
Well, have you guys heard of Tyler One? You know his story?
Not
No.
exactly.
So his whole thing was he was a league player, right? And he was
Yeah.
actually really good. He was always making it whatever. Is it the highest ranked challenger?
Challenger or Masters, one of the two.
Okay,
I don't
so I think he would constantly make it to challenger, right? But his whole thing was he was a streamer and he was just like the most toxic player ever,
Yeah,
right?
he was super.
So he had like the first ever identity ban, where if they knew it was Tyler One's account, immediately it would be permanently banned. And for 2 years, if he got caught playing, they would just ban his account, right? And after like 2 years of him being, on this status, he finally made amends with Riot, and they let him play again. So I mean, I'm not saying that this person can never go and play Warzone or never be at a tournament. But I mean, if you're gonna do stupid shit, then expect some
The
consequences.
consequences. Yeah, there was. So before
I
for
don't know what
the
happened,
the Magic universe, there's a whole new system now. But basically, in the old days, even just a couple years pre-pandemic, basically, you had a number that was linked to your name. It's called a DCI number. DCI was the organized play system. So in order to register for a tournament, you put your DCI number in there, and it tracks all of your tournament results, all this other stuff, right? And if you got if you got caught cheating or things like that, other big serious infractions, eventually you could get a temporary DCI ban. There was a couple of people, not that I don't personally know, but that I know of, that like, oh, this guy got a 5-year DCI ban, or this guy got a 6-month DCI ban, or whatever. And then if it keeps happening, then it's eventually upgraded to permanent, and you just can no longer register for organized events. And so I think that something like that should be I don't know about a permanent ban necessarily for this guy, but I do think that there needs to be some kind of a consequence, and he needs to.
I think the part that irks me the most is he has yet to apologize.
well, what did he
And
do?
he
It doesn't. I don't see what it said.
The parts that I found was they were playing in the tournament and he killed her and had his mods and followers go inform her she is terrible because she is a woman and she should not be playing video games. I don't know how his mom made it into that, but somehow she did. Which to me, if you're at the level of playing like sanctioned tournaments, I feel like you should have some kind of respect for the other people playing in them. And not being like, haha, I killed you. Alright, goons, go get her. Put her in her place. But he also has tweeted at Activision being like, hey, what's my timeline? I'm playing again. No, like, hey, can I play again?
I see.
To me, he's being pompous about it. Just like,
I think there's a clip here I'm watching.
ooh boy.
This chick keeps crying in the Discord, has my name in her mouth. He killed me in the heli, and his mods came to my chat saying, "Get rolled." What are you crying for? You're not in elementary school.
Was she literally crying?
I don't think so.
Okay.
This is him talking
Yeah.
about her. Let's see.
Because I remember at MLG Anaheim, I mean, people are like, just across the table yelling at each other. So, I mean, Warzone was never a thing. So it was like a 4v4 thing. So.
This was the MW2 days. That was a whole different.
No, this was like Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghosts.
Man,
Apparently, there's a bunch of other stuff. I was reading a tweet from the girl, and apparently, there was some.
Because it seemed like there would have to be some back and forth, Like, I get if one person is being ridiculous, But like if his mods and his mom are getting involved, there was probably some back and forth, was there not?
I didn't
It
think.
seems like it. I don't know exact timelines, but
Why would you send your mom?
Maybe his mom was watching and just got in on it.
Maybe.
that's got to be what it was.
I don't know,
If I
like
was
maybe
that
she said,
situation,
"Oh, you got a little wee wee, and you're you know,
his mom steps in.
I
Actually,
actually,
basically I think kind of I don't want to speak exactly because I don't know
yeah,
everything, but he was like he was running around. He got killed by someone, and he was like, oh yeah, this guy's got
got
really good
sent back
shots.
to the gulag."
And then he saw like the kill cam, and he's like, oh, you're a stupid bitch, you fucking blah blah blah, because he figured out that it was this girl, or he knew who she was or something.
Mm-hmm.
also he's
And
mad because he's bad.
he's mad because he got beat by a girl.
Well, sounds like he better go make a sandwich. Moving on. Halo Infinite.
Oh,
Oh, you stole my topic, you punk.
I think it's a flop.
What?
I think they've failed with it.
You want to announce the whole thing before we start wrestling?
I was hoping you'd just jump right into it. So, the Master Chief Collection currently has more players than Halo Infinite and received a larger content update than Halo Infinite with their newest addition to Firefight, which
Yeah.
I think was about 30-ish gigs of stuff. Do you think Halo Infinite is on its way out the door?
So, do you remember what I said about Forge mode?
I do indeed.
They needed Forge mode, right? Because I figured after the game comes out, obviously they're going to be pushing hard on production. They're going to need to give everyone a break. Then the holidays rolled around, and everyone else got some more break. Then it's really big. It was like it seemed like February or January and February they'd have time to work on stuff, and March it would come out. But it's like April, and they really haven't even announced anything huge coming out. So I'm kind of wondering what they're doing over there. I mean, I wish I could come up with an excuse, but like it's been a generous 4 months, and still there's nothing over the horizon. And there's people on Twitter talking about, oh, we can't work because there's a pandemic going on. Like, dude, it's been going on for 2 years. Get it together.
You were working on the game during a pandemic.
Yeah. So like, what's your excuse now? Like,
And not a peak pandemic, too.
yeah. You see, the game actually dropped to $20 now.
It's $20.
It's $20, which I was gonna say that seems like a fair price because the multiplayer is free, so all you're buying is the campaign. So a $20 campaign, that doesn't seem too bad to me.
Still
If it
can't
was
play it
like
with your friends.
10 or 5, I'd say they're in trouble. But $20 seems like a fair price for the campaign.
They haven't even added co-op to the campaign yet.
No, they haven't.
They have done multiplayer stuff, and that's it.
Yeah,
Bug
and they
fixes
call it a
here and
live
there.
service game. They haven't added anything or anything
This is-
substantial, at least.
This is the cable version of live service.
It's just like skins and armor.
And nothing like really like, oh, this is cool.
And you see, so it looks like the whole armor core system, they came up with it to divide up their armors and make it so you have to spend more money because someone was able to glitch it out somehow and add different armor attachments to other different armor pieces. And it looked like it was built perfectly fine for each other, not glitched at all. But they decided to split it up last minute so they're able to extract more money out of people.
That's so dumb, but
Yeah.
I could see them doing that. Because it was Halo Reach where like you unlocked a new armor piece, you just slap it on.
Slap it on there. Yeah.
Which I think they should do that instead. It gives more
Yeah, I don't get the whole point
customization.
of the core system seems like it's just a hindrance.
Yeah. It's annoying because you'll get one piece and you're like, oh, I really like this. It would go good with this helmet. And then you find out the helmet's on a completely different core.
It's not even like they're different armor types either. It's just They're just divided up.
Yep. I can tell you this. I don't have Halo Infinite installed right now.
Me neither.
What I have the Master Chief Collection. Because
I do have it installed.
I like fighting firefights with Garth because we like to fight the Flood as ODST at night.
Do I have Master Chief Collection?
It's pretty good.
It is.
They ported over the BR and DMR.
I don't remember buying Master Chief Collection. Who bought it for me? Was it one of you guys?
Probably.
Maybe.
It might have been Brooks.
It might have been Brooks.
Is there a way to view your...
I know me and Brooks, we were playing Halo Customs on the Master Chief Collection in like 2019, 2020. And that was a lot of fun. So maybe he bought it for you then because we were really going in on those custom games.
That's more believable than me and Garth doing it when we were playing through all the campaigns on Lasso.
Yeah.
Moving on to a good old classic Battlefield 2042.
Oh no.
As of April 3rd at 3 p.m., it had less than 1,000 players on Steam.
No.
The number it had was 749. Not even 6 months after its release. Do you think we can say it's officially dead?
Yeah.
Remember how much hype was behind this game, and then just
Yeah, I know.
it's all Halo's fault, like they said.
Yeah. If
If
Halo wasn't so
Infinite-
good, people would be playing Battlefield.
Yep.
And now look at Halo.
Now everyone's playing Elden Ring, and every bit of everything is just Elden Ring related. And last but not least, I don't think this is a problem in either of your guys' states. Texas stops selling booze from like convenience stores and the grocery stores at a certain time every night.
Yeah, my brother was talking to me about that when he was visiting me last year. Because it was like 2 a.m. and I was like, oh, let's go down to the gas station, get some more beers or whatever. And he's like, what time do they stop selling? And I was like, man, what are you talking about? Stop selling? I thought this was America. And I guess in Phoenix, all the bars and clubs and stores, they stopped selling past like 2 a.m. or something like that. And everywhere I've lived, I've never heard of that. That's never even a concept that crossed my mind. So
that is also a problem here. It is 4 p.m. on Saturdays. But me and
Wait, you can't buy beer at the store after 4?
On Saturdays.
What the fuck?
There's no way.
I thought you said Sunday. Yeah, what? How?
Bro.
Have people not heard of Saturday night?
You also cannot buy any liquor on Sundays.
I don't believe that.
Look it up.
I'm gonna be honest, I was thinking about moving to Texas, and you just actually...
Well, hold on.
I don't even drink that much, but just the idea that
if you think that you're gonna stop me from buying...
Just the idea that I have to plan what time I'm gonna buy beer based on... So can I go to a bar and buy alcohol? Like, can I get served at a bar?
They all close at a specific time.
I'm looking it up now. It says Dallas, it's 1 a.m.
This is when they stop serving?
Yes.
When they stop serving or when I can stop buying stuff?
During weekends, stores can sell beer from 7 a.m. until midnight through Monday, and through Friday, 7 a.m. until 1 a.m. Saturday and Sunday.
It is 2 a.m. here for bars.
The law only... Oh, that only applies to liquor and wine, or beers and wine. Liquor is still not allowed to be sold on Sundays, and liquor stores are to remain closed on Sundays.
Welcome to Texas.
Now, I thought you originally said 4 p.m. on Sunday. I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. That seems...
No
seems
dice
like Texas, you know? Yeah, because I work weird hours. So sometimes I getting off work at 2 a.m. You think I'm not going to buy a couple of White Claws from the gas station?
You couldn't do it here.
That's what I'm saying.
You'd have to buy them on the way to work.
Yeah, I know.
But this came up.
My brother said that that's what he used to do when he worked at a nightclub. So he'd buy stuff on the way to work, and then they would drink it afterwards.
Because me and one of my friends, we were hanging out at her place in the driveway drinking like hooligans. And we ran out. And we're like, oh shit, let's go get more. And she's like, we can't. I'm like, why? Everywhere's closed. I'm like, it's 3 a.m. There's got to be a bar open somewhere. She's like, no. No dice. I was mega pissed.
Yeah, I live in a fairly small town, so like most of the bars close when I get off work on Friday. So I just can't even get there, right? But then the gas station's always open, so I can just get whatever alcohol I need from there. Which normally I keep a couple bottles of Jack Daniels on hand, and I just need to buy the Coke for it. Because, I mean, Coke takes up a lot of room, so I'm not going to, buy all that Coke. But
it's a powder.
I mean, that too, but...
Out here, the bars, I haven't been out to the bars in a couple of months at this point, but like peak, or not peak, but like the last time I went out, the bars would close like 2 or 3, I think, and there was still like state restrictions, like you had to have a mask and stuff. But before the pandemic, they would close at like 4-ish, maybe like 4-ish. And now, or the last time I had went, like I said, when the restrictions were still here, they would like, I think they closed at 3, but they had to like stop serving alcohol at 2 or something like that.
Oh.
Maybe close at 2, stop serving at 1.
Because I was gonna ask. You said they close at 4. I didn't know if that's just because no one's still up drinking at 4, or not enough people are out drinking to support
Dude,
a business.
This is a college town. If they stayed open until 8 in the morning, people would be there.
Oh, okay, so you think it is a law or regulation?
I don't know.
It's okay. I've learned my lesson. I now have a handle of Tito's in my cooler and a bottle of like fruit cocktail mixer in the fridge. So
have I sent you guys a picture of my like bar? You've seen our bar, Wenzel.
There's a lot of alcohol there.
There's a lot of alcohol.
But now
fridge.
I went to work with my cooler in the back of the truck. Didn't get stolen. Thought it would. Because the homeless people like to.
I was going to say, why don't you just put it in your back seat? You got the room.
I didn't want to. I was lazy. It was already back there. Pushed up against the cab. I'd have to climb in there, slide it back, pick it up, put it in the back seat. But my coworker thought it had water in it. And he opened it up and was very concerned. Because there's tequila, vodka, 2 kinds of whiskey, a bunch of White Claws floating around in there, and I think some Bud Lights. And he was under the impression that was like, this is my dinner.
Yeah, just brought a couple of beverages for.
Yeah. I'm getting off work. I'm thirsty. I want to have a
couple liquor drinks to get into, Julian.
Now, I have indeed had a couple liquor drinks during lunch at work, but not a cooler full.
You're missing out.
I'm not gonna confirm or deny that maybe some coworkers and I have taken a long lunch and went to a Mexican restaurant and had a couple of licks.
Couple of licks.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that at my job. There might be legal ramifications if I get caught. But I'm out of topics.
Mine was above board. I don't think we need a break. Do we need a break?
I'm good.
Good.
Okay. Do you guys remember who Hello Games is?
No.
The name is familiar, but I don't know why.
So Hello Games is headed by a guy named Sean Murray, and the last and only game they made was a game called No Man's Sky.
Okay,
So do you remember how that launch went?
I remember before the game launched, like the whole year or so leading up to it, I kept seeing tons of super cool trailers, and it was supposed to be like a huge like game. It was supposed to be like a huge first of its kind thing that like nobody had ever done before. It was supposed to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then I remember like somebody basically everything that they had promised just got like blown the fuck out of the water and just like instantly proven to be bullshit.
Yes.
And everyone got real pissed.
Yeah, there was, huge subreddits just dedicated to like all the glitches that were found and all the features that they promised and were not added. So, they announced, they announced a very humble project today. I think it's a good step in the right direction for them, given their last launch. So, what they promised was this next project would be impossible even with a 1,000 person team.
Oh no.
I think he's got some expectation management this guy's got to work on. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think they have 1,000 people working at Hello Games. Last I checked, it was like less than 100.
Let me look it up.
But to be fair, they did fix No Man's Sky to a point that resembled what they originally promised. It just took like 5 years. But they did. I mean, they really had no incentive to keep doing it. They could have just took everyone's money and dipped, lived a good life, because they sold a bunch of copies of the game. But they, they did stick around and work for 5 years fixing a game that was probably not very financially, profitable.
Would you like to know how many employees they had?
How many employees
in
does Hello
2020?
Games? In 2020? I'm going to say
Take it
12.
Patrick?
50. No, yeah, 26?
26.
Dang.
I guess 20. I guess 26. I got it right on the money.
Yeah, good job. Excellent work.
Yeah,
They also released a game in 2020
Oh, they did?
called The Last Campfire.
Uh-oh.
It is nothing like No Man's Sky.
I was going to say, they must have ran out of No Man's Sky money.
Yep. Well, 2016 they released.
You got to
No Man's
get that
Sky.
little stimulus boost.
2019 No Man's Sky Beyond, which somehow is 4.5 stars.
Was No Man... what's the update we started playing? Was it like 0?
I don't know, but I remember we made it to like 2 planets and had to do the exact same thing on both, and we're like, this is enough.
Yeah, I wasn't really too into it.
And we spent like, I remember we would fly to another planet, put our ships on autopilot, and it would still take like 20 minutes.
It would still take forever. Oh, I think it's called... I think we started on the next update. I don't know. They got a bunch of these weird names for them.
Bad game.
Yeah, it wasn't too good.
Always has been, always will be.
It seems like a lot of games are trying to get that Minecraft exploration feel, but Minecraft, I don't know what it is about. It seems like the best exploration game I've probably ever played.
Yeah. Every now and then, me and Garth go and like, you want to go play Minecraft?
Yeah, Rust has some good exploration.
Yep.
I think every time I get onto a new world and not a new world, a new map. It's
Can you even play Rust?
I have.
What?
Can you even play Rust?
Yes.
With Linux?
Just not servers with easy anti-cheat.
Isn't that all the official servers?
I think it is the official servers. Yeah. You can play community servers though.
God, since we're just on Rust, dude, I have had the worst fucking week.
It seems like every week is the worst week for you. I'm gonna be honest.
No, but like I have been
What?
on. We have been on. We started on a server and we had like an 8-man group. We had merged our group with another group that we were very friendly with from a different server. We were playing with them on a no cap official server. In that time, we were on the server for 4 days, and we got raided 5 times in 4 days. And then we went to a different server and got raided there. And then we went to a different server and kept getting shit on there. We have been on, like, 6 servers in the last week. We finally got one that I think is gonna stick because we went back to the one we started playing on originally. Not originally, the one we met the other group on, rather.
Mm-hmm.
The one you guys played on, actually, before with us.
Where the
Rusty
T farm
Noobs?
survived?
No, CZR.
Oh, okay.
Say that again, Wenzel.
The one where the main base got raided, but the T farm didn't?
Yeah.
Ah.
Sorry to hear that. Did you
You're
talk
part
shit
of
to random people walking around?
Dude,
or-
I got to the server. So CZR, we're very liked there, so we don't get to be toxic that much. But on these random official servers, dude, it's all no holds barred. It's,
Okay.
I'd say whatever the fuck I want. I don't say anything like too. I don't use like gamer words or anything. But dude, like, I missed being toxic. Let me tell you.
Well, it just seems like it's not even being toxic, but like someone will do you wrong, and you'll be like, "You better not go to bed tonight. If you go to bed, you won't wake up with the base tomorrow." And then someone's like, "Well, I guess I'll fucking mop these guys with my fucking mop water or something, because guys over here throwing threats around."
Are you saying I do that?
That's exactly what you sound like.
Absolutely do. I was just trying to make sure that's what.
That's
You have
exactly
said
what
those
you do.
exact words.
I
You've
literally
said those
say
exact
I
words.
say, motherfucker, you made your choice. You're not waking up with a base. I tell my coworkers about Rust, and they're like, "Oh, so what's it like?" And I'm like, "It's fucking terrible. I fucking hate it. Don't ever play it." And no, my god, I fucking hate this game, man, but I love it.
Yeah, you literally say that because you've done that to like someone next to us, and then they
Oh,
just
no,
stayed up all
I'm-
night and like, you know, me and this guy are in like it's like that episode where Squidward's staying up all night watching their fort,
Yeah.
and I'm like the guy who gets stuck staying up all night because Garth goes to bed. All right, so
You connect your Rust Plus to your Alexa, or plug your phone into like the surround sound in your house.
Oh
So when you get
god.
raided, it just makes a nice alarm, and you just sprint over to your computer.
I prefer the shift
Implying that-
method.
No, I literally will sit here in my computer chair. I have a reclining gaming chair that's very comfortable, and my headset is not that uncomfortable. I just sleep with my headset on in the gaming chair sometimes.
I got Pringles. Mountain Dew. I'm not gonna have to leave my chair for 3 days.
It's sick.
All right.
You finish the Mountain Dew and then you have a pee bottle.
Yeah.
Level 100 kernel piss bucket.
Yep.
So, moving on. Tim Cook, who is the CEO of Apple, for those that don't know, Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple. He gave a keynote speech today, or not today, this week. But in his keynote speech, he was warning legislators, pleading them not to introduce legislation to allow easier sideloading of applications. So what sideloading is basically you get an application that's not from an official app store from whoever made the phone, right? And the argument that the legislature is making is basically if you own the phone, you should be able to easily
on it.
easily add whatever you want to it. But he's saying, there's a lot of privacy concerns. When we put things on our app store, they've been vetted through a very stringent process. So, I mean, obviously, I'm pro right to repair and pro do whatever you want with your device. But also, I can understand Apple's point of view. They work hard to make a specific product that has, a very integrated environment, and they don't want the legislature coming in and forcing them to change up their product that they've created a specific customer base for. Because, makes a lot of security and privacy concerns for them.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I mean,
I think
I can already kind of do that with my phone and put whatever I want on it. Having an Android. Because I've taken it to my cousin and she's put apps on it that I shouldn't be able to use.
That's
And
true.
she had to
That's
like
true. But the thing with Apple
download
is
some website.
you have
Go
to
ahead.
jailbreak it, which basically voids their warranty.
So just don't get an Apple device.
Well, that's the thing is that's their whole product. That is that I mean you totally have that choice, but some people want to have their cake and eat it too.
That's just not the world we live in.
Well,
That's Apple designed it that way so you can't do whatever you want.
they're going to use the power. The legislature wants to use the power of the government to force them to change their product.
And if Apple says no,
Hey, I don't know. Fine them, send people. I don't know. However, the government enforces laws.
so. I actually have a kind of a a solution to the problem here.
Yeah.
You guys know a way that you can keep your devices and your internet history and all of your browsing history and all of your information private?
yeah.
How's that?
So this is actually kind of into that special announcement that I had alluded to in the beginning. We actually have a super awesome news for you, the listener. The Archives Media Podcast is now sponsored by ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN encrypts your internet access and provides an anonymous IP address so you can browse the internet securely. With all of the security issues created by hackers, censorship, internet service providers spying on your user activity, your online security has never been more threatened and it has never been more important. ExpressVPN provides an easy-to-use service that protects your online activity. Don't risk your online safety. Get the VPN service we use and trust using the link below. Basically, you get a VPN service like ExpressVPN. It's the best one out there. And you can do whatever you want. It's sick. It's like free real estate.
Maybe they should just consider using ExpressVPN rather than making a bunch of laws.
Yeah.
There's actually
Or
more.
you can use Android.
You could, and you could take
The
security into your own
superior device,
hands, which
as
I'm
it
sure
should
some
be.
people don't want to do. But hey, there's actually more Apple news today. Apple and Meta are actually kind of feuding a little bit. So Meta, the
Who's
Facebook
cutting into whose turf?
Meta, the Facebook parenty, Facebook or the parent company of Facebook. My bad. They're actually going to be taking a 50% cut of many apps in the metaverse. So obviously Apple they were just calling out Apple for taking a 30% cut of all of Forkknife's money. That feud is going on, obviously. And I like to see these big companies feuding it out. I want to see them all go down.
Is it
So
because they don't have Zuckbucks?
maybe Apple doesn't have the ability to create Zuckbucks, so they're getting all booty tickled. Just moving on. The Cyberpunk expansion was just announced. I still have not gotten around to playing Cyberpunk. I still want to. I'm still planning on it, but maybe I'll push it back now that the expansion is coming out. My man Wenzel, are you going to come back and play the Cyberpunk expansion, or have you given up on the franchise? Because CD Projekt Red says they're committed to the Cyberpunk franchise.
I've heard that same song and dance from about 90 bajillion other gaming companies.
Okay.
Like we'll listen to our community and fix our shit. I've played Cyberpunk way more than I thought I did. I have 27 hours into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see
That's
if I
about
can-
20 hours more than I thought I did.
Let me check the price of Cyberpunk right now.
It is.
$60 for that game. There's no shot.
I'll check it on.
$59.99.
Okay. Well, what about on G2A? If it's lower on G2A, I might cop because I took a week off. I got this next week of work off.
Damn.
I want to say it's co-op. It is
Cyberpunk?
not.
Oh, never mind.
I could
It's
see
only
it.
$17. You know, it's gone down about $8. Oh, never mind. Same price as last week. $25.
The part
It's-
that confuses me about this. So this is the same company that's made the Witcher series.
Yeah, that's why I was really surprised by Cyberpunk's state when it was launched.
Yeah, you're like,
Because Witcher's like a very high quality game, and then with very high quality DLC, where like the DLC is like a whole other game in itself.
yeah.
So if
And then
you
they
fell for
released-
Cyberpunk and pre-ordered it, I could understand.
I actually got Cyberpunk for Christmas from Dakota, and they felt very bad because I played it and I was like, "Wow, this is not good." And then they're like, "Let me get you something else." I'm like, "No, this is fine."
It's not your game. The game is shit.
Not your game. The game is shit.
I know. Hey, it's been a long day.
Are you okay?
You know,
How
getting a little
many
tuckered here.
claws have you had?
How many claws? It seems like I need to get some claws going because my speech skill improves, just like in Fallout when you drink.
Your wanting to fight people skill also improves.
Hey, just like in Fallout.
Dude, I still remember. What, were you there? What you were? Remember Wenzel when he had the tactical vest on and we had to drag him through the grass
Oh, it's the same night he threw up
on the carpet or on the rug.
I think it was under the bed, actually.
It was on the rug, and you pushed the rug under the bed. I think.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, it was like
It's
a
like-
little throw rug.
Oh, okay. Because I remember we were just in there and we smelt throw up, but we couldn't find it.
Wenzel and I went in the next morning to like wake you up, and we opened the door and we're like, "Oh, what the fuck!" And yeah, my dad found it. It was the little rug, and you had like pushed it under the.
Which one of you woke me up with a spear?
I think that was both of us. Or I think everyone got woken up with a spear.
Still have the spear.
I thought Patrick got woken up by his mom because we were all sitting there getting ready to eat, and he was like the last one out.
Well, I actually woke up first
am I
because
thinking of two
me
different
and Patrick's mom went to Costco that morning.
Oh.
So maybe you got woken up with a spear.
The same morning that you threw up, or this is a different morning?
It's same trip. It might have been a different morning.
I was gonna say that has to be a different morning because that
Okay.
morning, Wenzel and I got up, we woke you up, and we took you to the airport.
Okay, no, not the morning after the party. I'm talking about the morning where the night I threw up.
Okay, so yeah, the day before.
Yeah.
It's all a blur.
Yeah.
I remember many people. This spear was used to wake many people up.
It's the waking spear.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway,
But it
I am
does.
out of topics.
All right, so I have two. They're both kind of the same-ish, but this week I was listening to a podcast. Well, they're not quite the same. I was listening to a podcast that had Optic Hex as a guest.
What podcast?
Jordan obviously knows who Optic Hex is, but Wenzel doesn't. But anyway, he owns or do you know who Optic Hex is, Wenzel?
No.
Okay, he owns Optic Gaming. Do you know Optic Gaming?
No.
Okay, it's a competitive gaming organization, old Call of Duty clan, all kinds of stuff.
Actually, he doesn't own it anymore. He sold it, and he is the founder.
Actually, he bought it back.
He bought some of it back. He doesn't own it all.
Anyway, so Yeah, it got me thinking. Just because he was just talking about all the old like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops. He was just talking about all this stuff, right?
Mhm.
I was just like, what are your guys' some of your most like your best gaming memories, gaming moments? What are some things that you look back very fondly on
You know,
in your gaming career?
I got a really good story actually. So
Okay.
I think I was playing with you and Brooks. Game battles, bolts only, right?
Oh, is this the one? Is this? Let me. All
The
right.
finisher.
Yep, I was.
So the story was right. So bolts only. It's search and destroy. You could only use the bolt action sniper
And you could
rifle with iron
only iron
sights,
sights.
and it was like no grenades, no flashbangs, basically no nothing but this bolt action rifle. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 search and destroy. So if you die, that's it. You're dead for the round, right? And this search and destroy match, it's a best. So you play 3 games, right? And we're on the last match. In this best of 3, we make it to the last round. It's a best of it's like first to 6, so best of 11. And it was like I don't know if it
5 to 5, or it might have not been that epic, but it
no,
was
it
like,
was it. I remember it was the last
oh, it was
round
like
of
down to the fucking
it
wire.
was the last round of the
It was
last
the
match, and
the
I
Key
don't.
and Peele where the guy's like super sweating.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like 11
Was
p.m.
this?
It's exactly that. It's way past my bedtime, right? And
We were like 16 or something, 15,
I was gonna say
16.
yeah, maybe we were a little younger than that, but it was way
I don't
past
know
my
if I had a
bedtime.
car yet. We might have been 14.
That's what I thought it was more like that. Yeah. So it's way past my bedtime. I want to say it wasn't 3v1, but I think it was 2v1,
I
right?
think it was, yeah, because I think Brooks and I like managed to get one, and then
Yeah.
one of their guys just like fucking whomped on us, and so it
Yeah.
was just
It
you
was just me.
versus like 2 of them.
I think it was 2 of them. They had the bomb down, so they had the advantage. I had 45 seconds to kill both of them and defuse the bomb, which was on like a 7.5 second timer, and I was on the other side of the map, right? So I start booking it, right? And I kill the first guy with like 30 seconds left. And this other guy is like, he's super far away, but he's still watching the bomb. And like I kill him, and I'm like running back to the bomb, right? And I get there with like 0.1 second left, and I remember I get up on my chair and scream, "They call me the finisher!" And my mom from like 2 rooms over, "Hey finisher, do your chores and go to bed!" And everyone heard it.
Oh, it was so good. We were losing it. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think mine would have to be like
I should let you go
Battlefield
first.
3.
You can't top that story.
Yeah, that nothing wins.
That's my bad. I should let you go first. My bad.
I think I'd have to say Battlefield 3, just which helicopter was it? It's the one with the machine guns on the sides. And we spent the whole game in it. I was like,
Oh, it was like the Huey or something. It wasn't. It wasn't
yeah,
the attack heli. It was like the
the transport heli.
yeah.
And we were
It
just,
had like the miniguns or the MG42s or whatever on the side.
yep, killing tanks, engineers in there, constantly repairing. Enemy fighters, nuttin'. Tanks, nuttin'. Obviously not as good as the Punisher.
Finisher.
You mean the finisher?
Finisher, same thing.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's
You can't beat the Finisher.
That was a good story.
yeah. That was no. I think I was there for that. I think it was you, me.
I think it was you, me,
Riot.
and Brooks.
No, I'm talking about Wenzel's.
Oh, never mind.
I was there for that one though. I remember that. It was
Actually,
hilarious.
you know what? I got a different one.
Okay.
This one was Rust based.
Okay.
Ooh.
We were all there. We had This is when we first met Rango. Me and Jordan did, I think.
Was this like December 2020?
I think so.
Because
Based
that
on
was
top of
another
the hill.
really good time.
And we held out a raid. We sealed like 4 times.
Oh yes. When
And
that was also on when we took the heli in those guys' compound.
yep. And it's like
Rango and I
morning.
tell this story like once a month. I
It's like
swear.
the
Dude.
last helicopter out of Saigon. You just hear a scrappy coming in. It sits down. Everybody gets in. and we just leave.
Yeah, and then it's that moment at the end of like Saving Private Ryan or Band of Brothers or something, where the guys all finally pack up their gear and they get to go home.
We never went back.
Nope.
That base, whatever was left in it, stayed. And then we went and lived in RP Village.
Yeah, we tell that story like once a month. I love that story.
It was a good one. I didn't think we were going to make it out of there that day.
You gotta have some confidence. You got Nubtom on your side.
Pretty sure it was your idea to shoot down the helicopter.
Oh, it absolutely was. And then it was also my idea to raid the wall to get the heli
Let's
crate.
raid this
And
guy's
then it
base.
was also my idea to door camp them. And then it was also my idea to shit talk them so much that they came and online raided us. But you know what? We had a damn fun time.
Yeah,
That we did.
We wouldn't
And we
have
won.
this story. I don't know if that's a win.
Oh, it's definitely a win. We got all of their shit.
This is true.
They were coming back with torches and rocks by the time we were done with them.
We didn't even have to raid them. They just brought everything to us. That's how good of Rust players we are.
You know, one of those guys still plays on the server.
Does he?
Yeah.
Let's go door camp him.
He's a nice guy.
Let's go door camp him. Remember that time you raided us? Fuck you. Is Rust supported by Linux?
It
wait,
is.
went
We
over
just
that.
talked about this.
Moving on.
Actually, I have a couple. One of them is just kind of in general, like playing Halo 3 custom games back in the day. Just, like Friday night, just got home from school.
Mm-hmm.
My parents, they're like, went out for the night, so they got me like a pizza and some soda. And it's a good fucking time. You're playing custom games, you're hanging out with everybody, got your Mountain Dew, and that's peak gaming right there. The other one, Wenzel probably remembers this. I don't remember if we were in a garage or if we were in like somebody's living room, but hold on one second.
Holding.
Oh, excuse me.
We
were playing Nazi zombies. I don't remember. I think it was Black Ops 2.
I will not
And
open
we were
that
like,
door.
Is this the big enchilada?
No, wait. What? I don't remember that. You're gonna have to tell me about that one.
I'll tell you after.
And we were like taking shifts because we were just seeing how far we could go. Like there were people sleeping, and then there were some people like playing, and then we were like, oh, I'm too tired. Wake him up. Take the controller. Go. And we were literally like playing in shifts just to see how far we could
like
get.
Rust.
It's just about.
It was like you, me, Riley, Mac. I think Logan was there. Like, and we were just like trading off. It was. I think it was at Mac's place when we had in the garage.
When we built up the garage space a little bit.
Yeah.
I remember that's when I slept in a hammock. That broke.
I don't remember that part.
Maybe another time.
No, I believe you. I just don't recall. But
I vividly remember falling asleep in a hammock and waking up the next day and it being broken, and then Mac being like, "Yeah, we zip tied it together."
Oh, that's good.
Like, oh, okay.
Okay, so
the big enchilada is
this.
I think it was like my birthday or something. I don't know. My dad was like, "Hey, get everybody together," and we went to play. We were playing Xbox at my dad's. This was Dad and Tammy.
So that was the house up on the hill, or which house?
This was the one lower where the Chihuahua barked at the big dog.
Fucking Chihuahuas.
Oh, the other one around, that's like set aside with the cat, right?
Yeah,
I remember. I drive past. But I'll tell you about that afterwards.
We wanted like our own space, so we walked to my great grandparents' house.
That's the one on the hill.
Yep, and we played Xbox in the garage, and my dad showed up with those big lasagna trays.
Yep.
It had one big enchilada in it, and one had one big burrito in it. Damn. And we ate half of each. And then he got pissed that we didn't eat the whole thing.
I don't remember this. I might not have been there. I feel like I would remember this if I was there.
I feel like Patrick would have ate the whole enchilada.
I feel like I would have committed. Like I wouldn't have
Mhm.
even. I wouldn't have enjoyed it at a certain point.
Yeah.
But I would have. I would have been like, yeah. I would. My resolve wouldn't have broken.
Yeah, the
I would
Patrick
have
I know
gotten it
would have gotten
done.
through.
I can tell you what restaurant serves these. It's the Barkley Village. There's a Mexican restaurant up in there.
The jalapenos.
Yep. That's them.
All right, I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
I think
Big
they're like
enchilada.
5 pounds.
Big enchilada. We meet again. Or meet for the first time, I guess. Actually.
This may have been
All right.
like
The
14.
second topic that I have, which is kind of similar, kind of branching off of that first one. What are some of your guys' favorite or most memorable Easter eggs in gaming?
It's a tough one. I remember on Halo Reach. I don't know the mission, but it's the mission where you're like in the downtown city and you're like flying around in the Falcon. And I think you got to go to a couple different buildings and like battle through them and take out the boss of the building or whatever, right? But I'm gonna type a guy's name in the chat. But I remember this guy showed me a way that you can, if you drove or if you flew through a certain number of hoops a certain number of times in a certain order, it would either take you from flying a falcon to a pelican or a banshee to it's not a wraith, whatever the flying one, the flying big alien thing.
Oh, like the alien dropship?
Yeah.
That's like a Spectre, I think, or something.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
So he showed me that, and I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. Because I remember, I was like, man, like the last 10 years, I've always wanted to be able to fly a pelican. And you just get stuck with these crappy little hornets. Now I'm flying a pelican, and I was trying to drive it around for like 30 minutes an hour. And he's like, hey, come on, man, look, I get it's cool, but like, seriously, let's get on with the game. I was like pissing him off because I was like, no, I'm going to keep flying this. This is the coolest thing ever.
I think you get to fly anything similar to a pelican until like Halo 5.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't think, I think as Halo 5 just added it.
I think it's called a spirit.
Are we thinking of the same thing?
Well, this is a... Are you talking about this one?
No.
Oh, the smaller one that kind of looks like a beetle?
Yeah.
Okay.
One that has like the turrets on the sides. And
Yeah. I wasn't so cool with flying that one. It was mostly the pelican, though.
Okay. Yeah, pelicans are sick.
Yeah. And I just thought it was the coolest thing ever.
I'm trying to think. I was going to say
it is called a phantom.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I got to think of another one.
Oh, was that the one you thought?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's been some pretty good Easter eggs in reference. Would a reference be an Easter egg?
Yeah.
I think it depends how they do it.
Borderlands.
They got some good ones.
The double rainbow one in Borderlands 2.
I was gonna go with the SpongeBob one in Borderlands 3, where there's
I actually haven't played Borderlands 3.
Pretty good. Me and Garth played through it. Yeah, we did everything. And there's a SpongeBob reference where it's one of the big psycho dudes that you can shoot their head off. Is
that the one that he grows and keeps getting? Is that the one with the dude where you shoot their head off and they keep getting like more jacked up and they just keep punching stuff?
Yep, it was one of those. But his name was like Spongebag's Money Pants. And when you shot him, he dropped money, but he lived in a pineapple. And when you kill him, you get a gun that shoots bubbles.
Ooh.
Just a little double Easter egg. You kill SpongeBob, you get a bubble gun.
Yeah. Jordan, I'm kind of surprised you didn't talk about the little Indiana Jones guy in the fridge in New Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not much of an Indiana Jones fan.
No, but I know you liked New Vegas. That was like
Yeah.
one of the first games that I think you ever like. Well, like we not like played like together, but you know what I mean. Like you brought it over to my house, I
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember you telling me to go to Deathclaw Gulch or Deathclaw Valley or whatever it was, because you're like, oh yeah, it's the fast way around.
Yeah,
And you
look,
just
man,
laughed
you
as I
don't
got-
want to walk all the way around. It just New Vegas is right there.
To the quarry.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember in Halo 3 the weird little like the
The
little weird little like family of monkeys
I was gonna
or
say, I remember
cavemen
that.
or whatever they are?
Yeah.
Just the little duders.
Yeah.
They're, like,
I think that was the
huddled in
first Easter egg I ever knew about.
Or like on the theater map in Zombies where you go hit all the rocks and it plays the
That one
song.
was
Oh, I was
awesome.
thinking of that too. I didn't know what map it was though.
Kino
117.
der Toten. Kino der Toten.
Oh, okay.
That song is good. I'm gonna
Yes.
save that to listen.
115 by Elena Siegman.
Yeah.
Or the one in on the Pentagon level, I think, where if you like flip all the switches, it plays the Eminem song.
I don't know about that one.
Do you guys don't remember this?
Maybe I do.
Black. Let me go to Google.
Oh, there's
Or not
also
Google, YouTube.
if you shoot the bus driver enough, he just says, "Get the fuck off my bus," and then kicks
Kicks
you off.
the bus.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I remember
Black
Brooks
Ops
saying,
1.
"Hey, I will not open that door," and he kicked us off the bus.
My God.
Or I guess he didn't kick us off, but he would block the doorway. Hey, I'm not opening the door. Hey, I'm not gonna open the door.
God, that's one way you could just fuck over your friends. If there's two of you, you just block the doors and make the other guy run around the back.
Yeah, that would never happen.
Yeah, Brooks
Watch
was
that video
Brooks is very
after this, Jordan.
considerate.
Guitar Hero 3 115.
So that is, I think. Oh, actually, hold on. I have a list here of Easter eggs that I'm looking at. Let's see. There was one more that I really wanted to talk to you. Where did it go? Oh, there's actually. All right, yeah. Here it is. There's actually an Easter egg for the Archives podcast. Basically,
Oh, yeah?
the Easter egg is that we don't have an outro.